All right, let's suppose you've finished all of these blocks, they all work, and you're trying to write your main loop. And you're running into trouble trying to make it look clean. Feels like it's a bunch of loops, it's not beautiful, makes you upset. All right, well, even that can be helped with helper blocks. So let me give you a rough sense of how that might look. So in my case, for example, what I did is I made something called get encryption or decryption mode or something like that. And this block, what it's, I meant to make it a reporter. Okay, get encryption or decryption mode. And what this block does, all right, I'll write a little comment here to describe it, asks the user for input repeatedly until it gets a valid answer. Returns E for encrypt and D for decrypt. Okay, so I'm making the whole process of asking the user repeatedly for an answer into a block, and that way we can all live. It can live here. Now, some of you guys then had issues trying to figure out, for example, okay, well, I want to repeat until. Okay, well, I want to repeat until what? Well, I want to repeat until the answer is good, but I don't have an answer yet. So it seems like, I mean, if you've run into this, you know what I'm talking about. And I'm going to say that, to me, the best pattern, don't use a repeat until at all. Just say forever, right? We're just going to ask the user forever. And if it ever so happens that we get something useful, we'll report. So as an example, okay, so let's say we do get encryption or decryption mode. Or sorry, do you want to encrypt or decrypt? I'll ask the user that. And then we'll just add a little if statement. I'm going to be a little lazy and not spoil the whole thing. And mine is just going to be equals here. So if the answer the user provides us is equal to encrypt, then we'll report E. Now, of course, this isn't exactly what you're supposed to do for the assignment. You're supposed to actually check the first letter, and you're also supposed to be able to return decrypt. But this is the rough idea, right? So I say, okay. Yes, I did a practice one. So I do encrypt or decryption mode. If I try running this thing, well, what does it do? It asks me, okay, do you want to encrypt or decrypt? I type in some garbage, and it's like, no. All right? No. Now, if I type encrypt, it reports E. And that's very nice, because now, well, my program can work. A way my program can work is I could just set up, say, a script variable. So this is now my main program. Let's call it mode. And then I can set mode to this. Now, the nice thing is, because this reporter, I mean, whenever you try to set mode to this reporter actually has to come up with a return value. So it will actually run. And so if I run this thing, then I can type in stuff. All right, once I type encrypt, then it'll keep going. And so then I can do stuff like, you know, I can now use that variable and say things like if mode, if mode equals E, then do one thing versus another, right? So this is a pattern that I think you might find really nice for user input in the future, because now you'll notice my main script doesn't have like a bajillion repeat untils inside of each other, or who knows what. This is nice, clean, and simple.